that one should not play a practical joke on someone if it shows contempt for that person or if one believes it might bring significant harm to that person. So how would you diagram this one? What would you say?
Okay, wait, here, I'll show. I don't know if you can actually see that. I actually did diagram it. I don't know if you can even see that.
No, can you just read? Okay, you're saying, okay, I can't see it. Can you just read it to me what you said?
Okay, yes. So I did, so it's not a joke, so you shouldn't do the joke.
Okay.
If it shows contempt.
Okay, no. Okay. So what does if introduce?
If is sufficient.
Yeah, so if it shows contempt.
So I did the whole thing backwards?
Yes. That could be, hey, fix, right? So this is an or.
Okay.
So it's saying if either one of these happens, we should not play a practical joke. So I love ors because I just make two different sentences and I'm like, okay, well, if it shows contempt for that person, you should not play the practical joke. So no joke. Or if you believe it would bring about significant harm, you believe, I should say, you should not play the joke.
Yeah. Okay. So I did it.
So if it's okay to do the joke, that means that it did not show contempt and you did not believe that it should be significant harm.
Yep. I just did the whole thing backwards. Okay. So I got, I know to switch the and the or, but I did it backwards. Dang it. All right. Contempt.
The big thing is if introduces sufficient.
Yeah. Okay. And I know that. Like, I think that's what's so frustrating.
Doing it.
Like, I know that. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So then I should not have played the joke on you yesterday. So can I automatically say no because it's starting with not playing the joke?
No, because we have something that would tell us to not play the joke.
Okay, so even if it was not, okay, so it's not showing contempt.
But that doesn't help us. So this part doesn't make it wrong because we don't have something that says if not contempt, then this. Like that's never something. So we don't know.
Right. Okay. Not have played the joke. Not contempt. Okay, yeah. Okay, so A is not right.
But it's not right because of that. It also, why isn't it right though?
I should have realized that it would bring significant harm to someone. Because doesn't it say you have to believe it will bring harm?
That's why it's called, since neither of these happen, since we don't show, we need it to be that we showed contempt or we believed. I think a lot of people pick A because it says I should have realized. Well, no, should have realized doesn't mean it. It's that you should have at the time did you believe. So that's why A is wrong.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so yeah, so I just did all of these. I did this whole thing backwards. So I mean, all of these are just new. All right, so I have no reason to think that the practical joke I want to play would harm anyone. Okay, so it's not going to bring harm. Okay. So since the joke would show no contempt for the person the joke was played on, so no harm, no contempt, it would not be wrong for me to play it. I mean, that one looks good. Thinks that the practical joke I want to play would harm someone. Okay, I think that one sounds good.
Okay, we'll leave it.
Because of the circumstances, it would be wrong for me to play the practical joke I had intended to play on you, even though it would not show contempt for anyone. Wrong? No, okay, no, that one's wrong for the same reason A was wrong. Because we don't have a not, well, maybe. Actually, hang on, wait. If it would not show contempt for anyone. So we should not do the joke, not show contempt. Even though it would not show contempt for anyone, it could easily bring you significant harm. I don't think it's that one. It would show contempt. I don't think it's wrong. I don't
Okay.
know. I
So,
don't think it's
okay,
wrong.
so D is wrong because it says it would have been wrong for me to play the practical joke that I intended to play on you because so we're saying it would be wrong. So what do we need for something to be wrong to play the joke? It has to show contempt for that person, or we have to believe that it would bring significant harm to that person. So what
Oh.
D is saying is that um
Oh, significantly harm anyone?
yeah, there's no, so like that would include that person. So we don't have the significant harm piece, but it said I did think that it would show contempt for someone. So
Oh.
just it's not saying like for that person.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it's not
Specific enough?
specific enough. Yep. Compared to
Okay.
some of these other ones that are very difficult.
Stupid question. All right. Someone was harmed as a result of my practical joke. Okay. Thus, even though it did not show contempt for that person I played the joke on, I should not have played it. Okay, so somebody got hurt, but I don't know if they believed that.
Right. So it can't be our answer because we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
All right. So now we're between B and C.
Okay. I have no reason to think that the practical joke I want to play would harm someone. Okay. Don't think it's going to harm anybody. Okay. So since the joke would show no contempt for the person the joke is played on, it would not be wrong for me to play it.
Okay. So here, what we're saying is because it won't show contempt and it won't show harm, it's okay to play the joke. But we never know that. We never know like when it's okay. We just know when it's not okay.
Oh, so
Yeah, I
yeah,
did
like
reverse it. It's like if we played a joke and it was okay, yeah, that means that these two things didn't happen, but that doesn't mean that it was okay in the first place. Like we don't have sufficient information for that. All we know is that if these two things happen, we should not play the joke.
okay, so I think I get really confused. Like, so I can't can I can't go backwards.
Not
Like
on this
on my
question because
diagram, that's where
not
I'm
on
getting
this question
confused.
because we would have to know that it's okay if we knew for certain that it was okay to play the joke. All we would know that's sufficient for knowing that it didn't have contempt or it didn't have believe that there was going to be harm. But knowing those two things isn't enough to guarantee that there's not another reason that the joke was wrong.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
So then on B, we're saying because of the circumstances, it would be wrong for me to play the practical joke I intended to play on you, even though it would not show contempt for anyone. So that doesn't matter. It could have brought you like it could have easily. So he believed it could significantly bring you harm. Well, if we believe that something will significantly bring harm, you should not play the joke.
Hmm. Okay. Not shipping to you would easily bring you to. Okay. Okay. Because it's an or statement. All right.
We only need one of them. Yep.
Okay.